The final phase of the Anaplan Way is the sort of the UAT, user acceptance testing, and the testing and the performance testing of the solution, as well as the deployment and the warranty phase. So this comes after the sprint cycle. You've done a go, no-go decision, and hopefully you've done a go, so you've done everything you want for that first release of the Anaplan application. Now you're into the actual testing. Now the first thing you're going to do is obviously you're going to set up a testing bench. What that means is you're actually going to articulate the user actions. These are so-called scripts, and Anaplan can help with some of the actual performance testing and helping make sure that your application is going to perform well. You would have already previously looked at an SLA, service level agreement, for the sort of response times you want for the different actions in the process that you've articulated. Then what you're going to do is you're going to be doing some testing, both automated testing and what we call humanoid testing. You're also going to do a combination of those two things. Now, not every single application needs to have performance testing. Some smaller use cases with only a few users might not need that. They might be actually fine. And your Anaplan business partner will be able to actually tell you whether or not you need that performance testing done. But if you do, you can do the humanoid testing as well as the automated testing, and then you can actually go through the user actions, the user scripts, and see how the system performs. You're going to do that twice, typically in a release, UAT 1 and UAT 2. This is also an opportunity to go back out to a wider end user base to actually look and see what the end user experience is like, because of course adoption and the end user experience is really king when it comes to rolling out this application. So you're going to be going out to that user community to see if that user experience is correct. So once you've done that, you're going to be having a sort of a triage. You're going to be deciding what are defects and what are requirements. It's at this point I would also make sure that as a customer you understand the differences between defects and requirements. Some people like to call everything a defect, which ultimately means you have to fix it in that release. So be very careful there with the nomenclature. You would have set up a process for that in some of the previous sprints with your consultant to figure out the right nomenclature. So once you've done that UAT and you've gone to the next level and you've done a go to actually general availability, GA, or go live, you'll go live. And then the period after go live is what we like to call warranty. And the warranty is really the time when you are training the end users, you're actually doing the planning, and you're actually in a period of time where you're still receiving potentially defects and things that may not be quite right in the system, and you're actually fixing those and redeploying within that process. The advice that I would give a customer about to embark on the Anaplan journey are really several things. First thing is, think about a center of excellence, and think about this right at the start. So what does that really mean? It means you're sort of a competency center, something that will take you from the elegant land we talk about to the subsequent beautiful expanse. So it's really thinking about the different processes. It's setting up a data hub, an Anaplan data hub that will take the feeds of data and metadata in those business dimensions for every single business function. So in the future, subsequent use cases can use that data hub. So think about setting up that center of excellence that can become an Anaplan service to the business. The next thing would be really training. We would always recommend at least 2 people are trained in the Anaplan Way and the model building. And even if you've got people that are never actually going to be building Anaplan models, it's always a good thing to at least get some sort of Anaplan-like training so that you understand the nomenclature that's been talked about when you're going through the implementation. So training is really, really important. The other is, I would encourage you to visit the community, really, really important. It's where we bring together customers, partners, and employees. You can ask questions, you can get advice, you can find models, you can find techniques, tips, and tricks to do things. So the community is really, really very important and somewhere where we'd really like our customers to contribute to. And then I would really encourage you to get to know the Anaplan Way. And on community, you'll find an extensive reference of the Anaplan Way. You'll see some videos as well. You'll see lots of tips and tricks, but we exhaustively go through the Anaplan Way so you can get to see what your business partners are actually going to be implementing on your Anaplan journey. It's critical that you do actually understand the Anaplan Way. So you've really got to also understand and solidify your processes before you go into, especially the sprint process. Try not to go into the sprint process with a process that's not defined, not agreed across the business, got to make sure that that's been defined and that's been agreed by your business users. So it's really about measuring twice, cutting once. It's really about not boiling the ocean. Don't make things too complicated. Think in those short releases. And that will really get you this elegant land and this beautiful expand. In closing, I'd really like to do a couple of things. One is thank everyone for watching this brief introduction to the Anaplan Way. It's particularly near and dear to our heart, the methodology and the success of our customers in their implementations. If you're a customer, I'd really love to wish you the best of luck on your journey with Anaplan. There's a whole lot of resources that are available to you, not just the community, but other customers, our business partners, our alliance partners, a lot of people that are rooting for your success, and they're available to you to make sure that you're successful in your implementation. If you are a prospect and you're looking at subscribing to the Anaplan platform, you're looking to go on the Anaplan journey, I would really encourage you to talk to customers, current Anaplan customers, because they've joined the family, and we really have your success at heart. With that, I'd like to thank you and wish you the best of luck on your journey.